Have you ever wondered if history is hiding secrets that could shatter everything we think we know? What if ancient artifacts whispered tales of impossible journeys, lost civilizations, or even visitors from worlds we can't imagine? Imagine stumbling upon objects that defy time, logic, and science. Tools trapped in rock, millions of years old, heads from empires that shouldn't have crossed oceans, or carvings that hint at gods from the stars. These aren't just relics. They're puzzles that pull you in, making you question, how did they get here, why do they exist, and what do they reveal about our past? Today we're diving into 6 mind-bending ancient discoveries that experts still can't fully explain. Each one builds on the last, growing stranger and more intriguing until you won't want to stop until the very end. Stick around, because by the time we reach number 1, you might never look at history the same way again. Let's start with number 6, the London Hammer. Picture this. What if a simple hike uncovered a tool that seemed to belong to giants from a biblical flood? When did this happen? Back in 1936, in the quiet town of London, Texas. Who found it? Max Hahn and his wife, out enjoying a stroll along Red Creek. What did they spot? A peculiar rock with a wooden handle protruding from it, like nature had swallowed something man-made. They took it home, curious but unaware of the storm it would unleash. Fast forward a decade, their son, George, cracked it open around 1946 or 1947. Inside, a metal hammerhead about 6 inches long with a 1-inch diameter, ordinary in design like a 19th century mining tool. But here's the hook. How could a modern-looking hammer be encased in solid rock that appeared ancient? Why would it challenge our timeline of human invention? This artifact landed in the hands of Carl Bohr in 1983, a creationist who displayed it in his museum. He spun a wild theory. What if this hammer proved a pre-flood world, where giants roamed under different atmospheric conditions? Imagine it belonging to a colossal being from Noah's era. Talk about a plot twist worthy of a blockbuster. But science steps in to unravel the why and how. Geologists explain that rock concretions form quickly in mineral-rich water, hardening around objects in decades or centuries, not eons. Perhaps a miner dropped it in a crevice and nature sealed it in limestone. Yet the image lingers, a tool frozen in time, teasing possibilities of lost eras. It makes you wonder, what other everyday items might be hiding extraordinary stories? As we move on, the mysteries only deepen, pulling you further into the unknown. Now number 5, the Takacsik-Kalliuwaka head. Ever thought about what it would mean if Romans beat Columbus to the Americas by centuries? Where was this enigma unearthed? In 1933, deep in Mexico's Tuxtla Valley, about 65 kilometers northwest of Mexico City. Who led the dig? José García Payón, a respected archaeologist excavating beneath a pyramidal structure. What emerged from a sealed burial site? Amid gold, copper, turquoise, and pottery, typical of a high-status grave, a small terracotta head. But why did it spark decades of debate? Its realistic features, beard, and hairstyle screamed Roman from an empire oceans away, not Mesoamerican like Aztec artifacts. Payón kept it secret for nearly 30 years, fearing ridicule, until publishing in 1960. The storm erupted. How could a Roman-style head predate the Spanish conquest? Enter Romeo Hristov and others in 2001. They analyzed it stylistically, dating it to the 2nd or 3rd century AD under Severan emperors. Thermoluminescence testing in 1995 confirmed, between the 9th century BC and mid-13th century AD, firmly pre-Columbian. So why was it there? Hristov theorized a storm-blown Roman, Phoenician, or Berber ship wrecking on Mesoamerican shores, the head washing ashore or traded inland. Precedent exists, Roman activity in the Canary Islands from the 5th century BC. Or perhaps Vikings, known to reach North America around 1000 AD, carried it as a collected exotic, trading it south over generations. Skeptics counter, what if it was a prank? Colleague Paul Schmidt suggested Hugo Modano planted it during the dig. With witnesses deceased, it's unprovable. Or maybe early European contact slipped it in before Cortes, though the intact burial floors argue against tampering. This head whispers of incomplete histories, isolated worlds colliding earlier than taught. As it sits in a museum, blank-faced and silent, it begs, was it a shipwreck relic, Viking loot, or hoax? The uncertainty hooks you, doesn't it? And wait, the next ones twist the narrative even more, challenging what we know about humanity's dawn. Shifting to number 4, the Ubaid lizard figurines. What if the cradle of civilization hid evidence of reptilian gods or alien influences? When did this culture thrive? Between 5500 and 3800 BCE in ancient Mesopotamia, long before Sumerian epics. Who were the Ubaid? Innovators who tamed the Tigris and Euphrates, digging canals, irrigating fields, and sparking urban life, foundations for later empires. Where were these oddities found? In ruined villages like Eridu and Tel al-Ubaid, unearthed in the 1920s by Leonard Woolley. What makes them eerie? Small clay figures with elongated heads, almond eyes and reptilian features, some cradling infants, others with headdresses or scepters, not fully human, yet nurturing or ritualistic. Why create them? Theories abound. Fertility symbols, with exaggerated breasts invoking blessings for crops and families in a survival-dependent world, or representations of serpent deities tied to chaotic, life-giving rivers, echoing later myths. Without writing, their worldview stays silent, but these clues hint at hierarchical societies, temples as community hearts, and geometric pottery showing artistic depth. As Ubaid faded, their influence lingered in Sumerian traditions. Imagine, did these lizards evolve into dragons of legend? The figurines unsettle, blending familiar humanity with the otherworldly, forcing us to ask, how did early minds envision the cosmos? It's a whisper from prehistory, drawing you deeper into artifacts that rewrite timelines. Hold on, the revelations build, with each mystery layering suspense like a thriller you can't pause. Number 3, the Shigir idol. How could a wooden statue outlast stone monuments, predating pyramids by millennia? Where was it discovered? In 1890, in a peat bog in Russia's Ural Mountains by gold prospectors. What is it? A 9-foot-tall larchwood totem, reassembled from fragments etched with geometric patterns, stacked faces and symbols, hauntingly otherworldly. Why has it survived? The bog's acidic, oxygen-free environment preserved it like a time capsule for over 12,500 years from the Ice Age's end. Initially dated to 9,500 years ago in 1997, skepticism arose. Hunter-gatherers weren't thought capable of such sophistication, with history biased toward Mesopotamia. But in 2021, Thomas Terberger's team redated it, 12,500 years old, twice Stonehenge's age. How does this challenge views? It suggests complex rituals and cosmologies in nomadic societies, not just farming ones. Faces and symbols possibly tied to myths or environmental shifts as forests spread post-Ice Age. This idol combats preservation bias, most wood decays, skewing our past toward durable materials. Imagine lost masterpieces. Why assume simplicity? It humbles, showing interconnected spiritual lives far earlier. As we edge closer to the top, the stakes rise. What if these finds prove global connections we never suspected? The curiosity mounts, urging you onward. Number 2, the Maine penny. Ever pondered if Vikings scattered treasures across America, rewriting discovery narratives? When was it found? August 18, 1957. At Goddard's Point near Brooklyn, Maine, a Native American trade hub, active 1180-1235 AD. Who unearthed it? Amateur archaeologist Guy Melgren, amid 30,000 artifacts donated to the Maine State Museum in 1974. What is it? A silver Norse penny, minted 1065-1080 AD, under Norway's Olaf III. Initially mistaken for English, experts like Kolbjørn Skara confirmed its authenticity. How did it arrive? Likely via trade networks, not direct Viking presence, as no other Norse items surfaced. A drilled hole suggests use as a pendant, an exotic ornament in native hands. Artifacts like a Dorset Eskimo burin support far-reaching exchanges from Viking sites like Lens aux Meadows, circa 1000 AD. Skeptics cry hoax, citing undocumented digs, but Rarity and Melgren's ignorance counter that. This penny reminds, Vikings predated Columbus exploring Vinland per sagas. Why does it matter? It teases indirect contacts, blurring isolationist histories. The puzzle lingers, trade route relic or coincidence. As we near the finale, the biggest bombshell awaits, one that could link continents in ways unimaginable. Finally, number 1, the Fuente Magna Bowl. What if Sumerians sailed to South America, sharing scripts and gods across oceans? Where was it dug up? In the 1950s, near Lake Titicaca, Bolivia, by a farmer who allegedly used it as a pig trough before recognition. What makes it explosive? A massive stone bowl with Andean motifs, anthropomorphic figures, animals, mixed with 2 scripts. One Pucara, pre-Tiwanaku, the other resembling Proto-Sumerian cuneiform from 5,000 plus years ago, Mesopotamia. Researchers Bernardo Biadossi and Freddy Arce tracked it to Maximiliano, photographing inscriptions for Clyde Ahmed Winters. His translation, ritual text honoring goddess Nia, fertility linked to Neith Anat, invoking purity and blessings. How could this happen? Theory: Sumerian ships via Africa and Atlantic currents reached the Andes, influencing religion and language. Similarities noted between Proto-Sumerian and Aymara. Skeptics like Jason Colavito call it a hoax, shaky provenance, superficial resemblances. But supporters demand investigation, arguing dismissal ignores potential global networks predating known explorations. Yuri Leverato questions, how did Proto-Sumerian end up at 3,800 meters far from home? If real, it shatters isolation, suggesting ancient voyages reshaped cultures. This bowl encapsulates the thrill. History unsettled, artifacts shaking foundations. From hammers in rock to bowls bridging worlds, these finds ignite wonder. What secrets lie buried next? The past isn't done surprising us. Keep exploring, because the next discovery might change everything. Thanks for sticking through. Your curiosity just unlocked doors to the unknown. History isn't just written in books. It's buried beneath our feet, waiting to rewrite everything we thought we knew. From hammers sealed in stone to bowls that bridge continents, each artifact challenges the limits of our imagination and the boundaries of our past. Were these signs of lost civilizations, forgotten technologies, or something even greater? The truth may still be hidden, but one thing's certain. The deeper we dig, the stranger history becomes. What do you believe these discoveries reveal? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more mysteries that defy time itself.